ओम सर्व वेदांत सिद्धांत गोचरम तम गोचरम गोविंदम परमानंदम सद्गुरुं प्रणतोस्म्यहम्. You have been studying Sri Shankaracharya's Viveka Chudamani, and in the last class we studied up to Shloka 488. The topic in a way has started at 481, and the topic is that the disciple, the teaching has been presented here as a dialogue between a guru and a shishya, and the shishya has experience as taught by his guru and as from the scriptures, he has actually realized his identity in the Nirvikalpa Samadhi. And staying for some time in that Samadhi, he wakes up to the outside world, he has a completely different view of the world now, and is expressing a joyful experience. That is the topic. And in the beginning, he said that uh, wonderful and all that. And then he said that he praised and bowed down to the Guru. After that we read. Now, 489 we read. Uh, I don't think we need to go back to what he said. Namo Namaste Gurave Mahatmane, etc. So we come back to Dhanyoham Kritakrityoham Vimuktoham Avagrahat Nityananda Swarupam Purnoham Tvadanugrahat. So the emphasis was on Tvadanugrah. Now we read Asangoham Anangoham Alingoham Abhanguraha Prashantoham Anantoham Amaloham Chirantanaha. I am absolutely unattached, absolutely no parts, absolutely no sign to identify myself. I am absolutely unbreakable, absolutely at peace. I am infinite. I am without any impurity. I am everlasting. Expression of the realization, confirmation of what he learned from the Shastras and the Guru. And the importance of these shlokas is only that it is actually realized. And so, the importance of these few shlokas now is that actually it is realized, and the same experience this sadhaka gets, which he has heard from his guru or the scriptures. Akartaham abhoktaham avikaroham akriyah shuddha bodha swarupoham kevaloham sadashivaha. I am not the doer, I am not the experiencer, I am without any modification, I am without any action, I am of the nature of pure consciousness, I am one without a second, I am the eternal auspiciousness. Drashtru Shrotur Vaktu Kartur Bhoktur Vivinna Evaham Nitya Nirantara Nishkriya Nisima Sangha Purna Bodhatma. I am completely different from the seer, subject-object perception. Seer, the hearer, the speaker, the doer, the experiencer. I am completely different from them. I am always and gaplessly, without any action, without any bonds. I am absolutely unattached. I am of the nature of perfect consciousness, infinite consciousness. This Purna is very difficult to translate, so I have put it two words. Perfection and infinitude, both are included in the word Purna. Kun is the gross translation. Nahamidam, nahamadophi, उभयोर अवभासकम परम शुद्धम बाह्याभ्यंतर शून्यम पूर्णम ब्रह्मा द्वितीयमेवाहम. I am neither this nor that. That means things under direct perception and things under indirect knowledge. I am neither this nor that, but through me, through my light, they are seen by people. I am beyond, I am pure. I have no inside and outside in me. Purnam is repeated. I am perfect and infinite. I am the one without a second Brahman. Nirupama manadi tattvam. Tvamaham iti kalpana duram. Nityanandaika rasam satyam. Brahma dvitiyamevaham. I am without any compare. I am the beginningless reality. The ideas, I, you, or it, are not sustainable with regard to me. I am far away from these ideas, neither subject nor object nor mutual. I am permanent bliss. I am homogeneous. I am the absolute truth. I am the one without a second Brahman. That alone I am. Narayanoham Narakantakoham Purantakoham Purushoham Isha Akhanda Bodhoham Ashesha Sakshi Nirishwaroham Niraham Cha Nirmama. These certain things are mentioned because they produced realism in us. They were producing realism in the sadhak before, and now he has come out of it. So he mentioned them specifically. I am the Narayana. Narayana is the name of the Vishnu. So I am the all-pervading reality. Narakantaka is uh, Narakantaka was destroyed by Sri Krishna, an incarnation of Vishnu. So I am that. Purantaka is Shiva. Normally, Shiva is known to have destroyed the Tripurasura. Purushoham, I am the supreme being. Isha, I am the ruler. So the different deities or different aspects of Brahman, I am them. That means I am everything. But I am everything is put in this way so that to remove, oh, Krishna was a big incarnation. Vishnu does this, Shiva does that. That produces some realism in our mind. And therefore he mentions that I am all this. Akhanda Bodhoham, I am an unbroken, continuous, infinite existence, consciousness. I am Ashesha Sakshi. Wherever, whatever is happening is known to me. I do not change due to that knowledge, but I can know. I know everything. Nirishwaroham. There is no Lord over me. Nobody can rule over me. Nirahamcha nirmama, important, because all this appears to be a tremendously egoistic expression. So he ends saying, no, there is no I in me, there is no my. I do not have any I do not have any my. So egolessness and attachmentlessness is the main principle through which he is speaking all this. We have found throughout Vedchudamani Acharya's great emphasis on the loss of I to gain Brahman. Sarveshu bhuteshu ahamev sanstito jnanat manantar bahirashrayasam bhokta cha bhogyam swayameva sarvam yadyat pruthak drishtamidantaya pura. I stay in all the beings. They are not different from me. I am staying all that in the form of consciousness. I am the support of everything which people feel inside or outside. People may feel something inside or outside, but I am the support of all of them. I am myself the experiencer, I am myself the experienced. He said, I am neither the experiencer nor the doer. Meaning is that I am both. Both are my appearances. Bhokta cha bhogyam swayameva sarvam. All I am, both the experiencer and the experienced. So the desire or the experience, the desire or subject object form is lost. I am the subject and I am the object. Beforehand, I was seeing this differently. Whatever beforehand I was seeing differently, I am the enjoyer and objects of enjoyment. Now I do not see any difference. I see that I am both of them. So, comparative statement between previous experience and new experience. Yadyat prutak drishtam idam taya pura. Idam means this. In the form of this, I had seen so many multifarious objects beforehand. But after this Nirvikar Samadhi, now I see that I am all the subjects and all the objects. Mai akhanda sukham bodhau bahudha vishwavichayah utpaddante viliyante maya maruta vibhramat. This is another experience. And the ocean of unbroken happiness. In me, there are many waves rising and falling in the form of the world. So the universe of variety is a wave rising in my infinite ocean. It rises and falls down again and again, kalpa after kalpa. It is all in me as the infinite ocean of unbroken bliss. How they, how they rise and how they fall, that is called Maya. Due to the wind of Maya, they produce a delusion of a wave rising and wave falling. That is the nature of the entire universe of variety. So he has not realized himself as the reality. Stuladi bhava mai kalpita brahmat aropita no swarane na lokai kale yatha kalpakavat saraya. Ayana is the word. Vritva dayo nishkala nirvikalpe. Mai kalpita. In me, I am the reality. In me, people imagine, due to error, that something is gross, something is subtle. All these people imagine in me due to superimposition. Now, an example he gives. Kale, time is a continuous process. We imagine the parts of time. We imagine the parts of time. Vatsaraya, year, Vatsara, Ayana. Ayana is the Uttarayana and Dakshinayana, the 6 months of northern travel of the sun and southern travel of the sun. Ruta, the seasons, Adayo. Whatever you find, month and fortnight and hours and minutes, and they are imagined by people in the eternal process of time. Nishkala Nirvikalpe. Actually, you cannot put time into parts. So, in me, there is nothing else other than me. There is no parts in me. Like that, people are imagining gross and subtle things in me. Aropitam nashraya dushakam bhavet kadapi moodair ati dosha dushitai nardri karotyushar bhumi bhage marichika vari mahapravaha. Important thing, because of his experience, suppose we imagine Imagine means wrongly perceive. We wrongly perceive water in on sand. But that sand does not become wet. The sand is not affected in the least when it appears as water. So that which is superimposed does not pollute the substratum on which the superimposition appears, though the non-discriminating people may think it has become dirty. Atman, the superimposition of mind is on Atman. And Atma, mind may become impure, but it cannot touch the nature of Atman. But people wrongly think myself have become impure, I have become impure. That is a total wrong imagination. Mind may become impure, not your reality. So the same example that the water which appears in the mirage does not in the least moisten that sand. Though we can see a big flow of water there. आकाशवल्लेप विदूर गोहम आदित्यवद भाष्य विलक्षणोहम आहार्यवन् नित्य विनश्यलोहम अंबोधिवत पार विवर्जितोहम. Now he gives three examples to feel some aspect of that personality. Some aspect of that personality. So there is no comparison, but for us to feel some aspects of the personality, he gives examples. I have spread everywhere without being attached to anything, like this space. Like this space, Akasha, I am spread everywhere without getting attached. Like the sun, I am different from the objects illumined. Sun illumines the objects, is different from the objects themselves. So, like the sun, I am different from the objects illumined. Different in nature, not actually different. Reality is not different from the object, but different characteristics. This Vilakshana Shabda, I have many times explained, is different from Bhinna. It is not separate. It is different characteristics. Because all the objects, Brahman only is appearance. So the object's characteristics are there destructible. Brahman is not destructible. And so the different in characteristics from the object, like the sun. Aharyavat nitya vinishaloham, unmoving, like the mountains. So mountain example is given for unmoving objects. And ocean example is given because there is no end to that. Like the ocean, even oceans have end. But example is that like the ocean, I am boundless. Name dehe na sambandho, mege naiva vihayasah, atak kuto me tad dharma, jagrat swapna sushuptaya. Now the sky has no connection with the clouds. Clouds come and go. The sky is not connected. Similarly, I have no connection with this body. So the states of waking, dream and sleep, they are related with this body. So I have nothing to do with these three states. I am present in all the three states, but I have not identified with any of them. So I have nothing to do with these three states because I am not connected with the body itself. Example, just as sky is not connected with the clouds, the clouds appear and disappear. उपाधि रायाति स एव गच्छति स एव कर्माणि करोति भुङ्क्ते स एव जिर्यन् म्रियते सदाहं कुलाद्रिवत् निश्चल एव संस्थिता. Now, amongst all the mountains in the Puranas, the mountain called Kula is supposed to be the absolute steady mountain. Unchanging, absolute steady mountain is Kula mountain. So he says the Upadhi, which is not my real nature, body and other things, they come and they go. And they do the work and they experience. And those bodies become old and these bodies die. But I am unchanging like the Kula mountain. So all this you see on the surface, prarabdha or whatever, that may happen, but I have absolutely no connection with them. न मे प्रवृत्तिर्न च मे निवृत्ति सदैक रूपस्य निरंशकस्य एकात्मनो यो निबिडो निरंतरो व्योमेव पूर्णः स कथम नु चेष्टते. I have no tendency to do something. I have no external stimulus. Neither I come away from something. The tendency of renunciation is for the sadhak. But that is the difference between the siddha and the sadhak. I have no tendency outside. I have no tendency to withdraw myself because all is Brahman for him, because all is unreal for him. I am always of the one form. I have no parts anytime. I am one always. Concentrated. Libido is concentrated. Concentrated means nirantaro. There is no gap in me. There is no gap in me. That means I am concentrated. I am spreading or all pervading like this space. So how can there be any work in me? If something is limited, it can change. If something is unlimited without any parts, how can it act? So there is no action in me. Punyani papani nirindriyasya nishetaso nirvikruter nirakrute kuto mama khanda sukhanubhuter brute ananda gatamithyapi shruti. I do not have any organs nor mind. So how is the punya papa possible in me? I am without any modification, I am without any form. I am of the form of experience of eternal bliss, unbroken bliss. Even the scriptures, he remembers, I am experiencing them all now. The scripture has told that he is not touched, though he is present in everything. Ananvagatam. Ananvagatam means he is present everywhere, but untouched by anything. This is what the Upanishads have told, and now I am experiencing that. I am of the nature of unbroken bliss. छायया स्पृष्टम उष्णम वा शीतम वा सुष्टु दुष्टु वा न स्पृशत्येव यत्किंचित पुरुषम तद विलक्षणम. No, a man is walking and its shadow touches something hot or cold or something good or evil. The shadow touches something hot or cold, good or evil. His body is not touched by that. The person is not touched by that, though shadow touches that. So all this world of appearance, including my so-called personality, is like a shadow. My characteristics are different from the shadow. Na sakshinam sakya dharma sansprishanti vilakshanam avikaram udasinam guru dharma pradeepavat. Saksha Dharma. A witness observes something. Now the things observed, they change or they have some characteristics. They do not become characteristics of the person who witnesses them. That is the meaning of witness. He does not undergo any modification, though he experiences things changing and all that. Like that, I am without any change, I am above all the changes. Example, there is a lamp in a house. Now, in the house, there may be good and bad things may change. The lamp does not change by that. Lamp only shows the things there. Similarly, in my light, everything you see, I am not changed by that. Raver yatha karmani sakshi bhavo, vanner yatha daham niyamanakatvam, rajjor yatha ropita vastu sangha, tathaiva kutastha chidatmano me. Example, sun sees everybody's action, but he only sees, he does not change. The fire burns things put into it. It does not it is not affected by them. It rules or governs the things to do. Burn, it is not affected. Rope appears as a snake or a line of water or a break in the earth, but those things do not affect the rope at all. There is no attachment, there is no connection. Similarly, I am of the nature of conscious self, which is absolutely unchanging. Kartapi va karayitapi naham, bhoktapi va bhojayitapi naham, drashtapi va darshayitapi naham, soham swayam jyotiranidrigatma. Now, there are direct and indirect forms of things. Somebody does some action, somebody makes others do that action. I am neither this or not that. I do not do, I do not ask people to do. I am neither experienced, nor I give experience to people. I am neither the seer, nor I show to the people that I am self-luminous, neither, not like this. That means not like anything in the world. Atma, I am only the self. Transcendent, anidrik means not like this, not like anything. चलत्युपाधौ प्रतिबिंब लौल्यम औपाधिकम मूढ़धियो नयन्ति स्वबिंब भूतम रविवत विनिष्क्रियम कर्तास्मि भोक्तास्मि हतोस्मि हाति. Now there are waves in the ocean and the reflection of the moon is in the ocean and people feel the moon is moving. In this way, the things which are not real but appear to be real, they change and people deluded think that the thing which is reflected in them changes. Now moon I said, here the example is of the sun. So sun is not changed due to that. So I am neither the doer nor the experiencer, neither I am killed. Ha iti. That means I do not feel sorry, even the body is killed. So ha iti, I am not that. Atosmi. जले वापि स्थले वापि लुठत्वेष जड़ात्मका नाहं विलिप्ये तद्धर्मैर् घटधर्मैर् नभो यथा. It's an important thing that people go to Kashi for death and they may get liberated. But if a man has realized where his body falls is out of consideration because he has already realized. So whether it falls in water or in earth, this material body, wherever it may fall. I am not attached to that. The space is in the water pot, but it has not touched by the characteristics of the water pot. Whether the water pot exists or is broken, the space is not affected by that. So I'm not affected by what happens to the body. कर्तृत्व भोक्तृत्व फलत्व मत्तता जड़त्व बद्धत्व विमुक्ततादया बुद्धेर्विकल्पा न तु सन्ति वस्तुतः स्वस्मिन् परे ब्रह्मणि केवले द्वये. Buddhe, we have seen this translation of the word buddhi is I consciousness. So this I consciousness has this doership or experience or good or mad or inertia or bound or free, that all happens to that I consciousness. But in reality, they do not happen at all. That is all appearance. In the Brahman, which is beyond everything, which is one without a second, in that nothing is happening. Whatever is happening is in the apparent I consciousness. Santu vikara prakriter dashada shatada sahasrada vapi kimme asanga chitaha tairna ghana kvajidambaram sprishati. Now the prakriti, the nature, now different philosophies imagine so many modifications of that prakriti. 10 or 100 or thousands or whatever may be. Let it happen. But I am consciousness, absolutely untouched by that matter. For example, the clouds may come and go, but they never touch the space. So all this may happen in the material world and whatever imagination you can do about that, but I am untouched by that, I am consciousness. Avyaktaadi sthula paryantametat vishwam yatra bhasamatram pratitam vyoma prakyam sukshmamadyantahinam brahma dvaitam yattadeva hamasmi. From the unmanifested up to the gross world, this universe, this is only an appearance in Brahman. Like the space, subtle means not experienced by Indriyas, beginningless, endless, one without a second Brahman, that I am. This is another way, beautiful way of feeling. Instead of saying I am Brahman, first try to feel what is Brahman and then understand that that Brahman only is I. Sarvadharam, Sarvavastu Prakasham, Sarvakaram, Sarvagam, Sarvashunyam, Nityam Shuddham Nischalam Nirvikalpam, Brahma Dvaitam Yatta Deva Ahamasmi. The Adhar, substratum of all, illuminer of all things, in the form of all pervading, but bereft of everything. Because those things are not real, they are only appearances. It is eternal, pure, unmoving, without any without any other in it. That one without a second Brahman, that I am. Yat pratyastha sheshamaya vishesham pratyag rupam pratyagamyamanam satya jnananantamananda rupam brahma dvaitam yattadeva hamasmi. All these specifications are due to my or wrong knowledge, and where they all vanish totally, that inner reality which is experienced by your own experience. Pratyaya Gamyamanam. You can realize that. It is of the form of, from Taittiriya has taken Satya, Jnana and Ananta, and later on Taittiriya tells Anandarup. So he has joined all that and says the truth. We explained this, so now only the expression from the Shishya that I am that. Satya, existence, Jnana, consciousness, Anantam, infinite, Ananda, bliss. That is my nature. The one without a second Brahman, that is what I am. Nishkriyosmi, avikarosmi, nishkalosmi, nirakruti, nirvikalposmi, nityosmi, niralambosmi, nirdvayaha. I am not, there is no action in me, there is no change in me, there are no parts in me, I do not have any form, I do not have any alternate, I am eternal, I do not have any support, I do not have any second. Sarvatmakoham, sarvoham, sarvatitoham advaya, kevala khandabodoham, anandoham nirantara. So, after one negative expression, the positive comes. Transcendent, immanent reality. I am not this, he said. Now he says, I am all. I am in the form of all, I am all, I am beyond all. I am one without a second. I am only unbroken consciousness. I am only gapless bliss. Swarajya Samrajya Vibhuti Resha Bhavat Krupa Shri Mahima Prasadat Prapta Maya Shri Gurave Mahatmane Namo Namastestu Punar Namostu. Now, this is toward the end of description of what the Shishya feels. So he has come back to credit the Guru with this realization. This my own lost emperor, this my glory, I got due to your grace, your mercy, your glory. Oh, teacher of mine, oh man with the broadest heart, I bow down to you. Again I bow down to you, and again I bow down to you. Let my salutations be to you eternally. That is how the relation progresses, and that is how the Shishya feels. Mahaswapne Maya Kruta Jani Jara Mrityu Gahane Brahmantam Klishyantam Bahula Tapairanudinam Ahankara Vyagra Vyatita Mima Atyanta Krupaya Prabodhya Prasthapat Parama Vedavan Namasi Guru. Like a big dream. That is what we people call Maya. Birth, old age, and death, like a dense forest. And I was moving in that. I was getting troubled by that. And I was getting heated by so many types of tapas every day. And the tiger of Ahankar, due to that, I was terribly upset. But by your extreme grace, you awakened me from this sleep. And thus you have saved me, O my teacher of mine. You have saved me by awakening me from the sleep in which I was dreaming of this. Namastasmai sadekasmai kasmai chid mahase namah yade tad vishwarupena rajate guru rajate. Now when he sees himself, he sees he is all. When he sees the Guru, he sees the Guru is all. So he says, I bow down to you. Sadai Kasme, who is one always. Someone. Kasmai cheese is not someone. Kasmai cheese is full of bliss. You are great. I bow down to you. And it is you, O my teacher, that you are shining as the entire universe. So this is the end of the description of the Shishya's realization. Iti natam avalokya shishyavaryam samadhigatatma sukham prabhuddha tattvam pramudita hridayam sadeshi kendra punaridamaha vachak param mahatma. So the Guru saw that Shishya has bowed down to him and he has rightly caught the pleasure of Atman and of the awakened truth. So the Guru also was very happy in his heart. And again, that Mahatma said something to the disciple. This something is consolidation of the achievement by the Shishya and telling him what happens in the future. So now we enter a different subject again, where the glory of the man of realization will be described by the teacher, which is not yet experienced by the Shishya, but which is bound to come across during the course of his life, that now the Guru is describing. Brahma pratyaya santatir jagadato brahma ivatat sarvata पश्याध्यात्म दृशा प्रशांत मनसा सर्वा स्ववस्थास्यपि रूपादन्यदवेक्षितं किमवितश्चक्षुष्मतां दृश्यते तद्वद् ब्रह्मविदः सता किमपरं बुद्धेर्व्यारास्पदम्. This universe is an unbroken series of perceptions of Brahman. Brahma pratyaya santati. You are always experiencing Brahman, though we do not understand it. Whether we are feeling, touching, speaking, seeing, all this is Brahman. And a continuity of that is going on. So it is actually Brahman only. Now you are seeing this with the eye of illumination and with a serious mind under all circumstances. So the continuity of this Brahmajnana is being described now, that always now with a serious mind, you will see in a different light. Now suppose somebody is blind, then he does not see. But if a person has eyes, then through eyes we only see forms. Other than forms, what the eyes can see? Eyes can see only the forms. Now the man of knowledge, Brahmajna, he sees everything as Brahman only. Buddhir Vyaraspadam, that means your reflected eye consciousness, what will it see? It will see Brahman only everywhere. As the man of eyes sees forms everywhere, the man of realization, even after his illumined eye may come back, but he will see Brahman everywhere. Prasnam parananda rasa anubhutim utsrujya shunyeshu rameta vidvan chandre mahallādini dipyamane chitrendu mahalokaitum kaichet. No one who has experienced this supreme bliss, who will give it up and like to feel pleasure in shunya, in non-existing things. If a man of knowledge has got the experience of the supreme bliss, will it please him? See this world which is unreal. Example, beautiful moon we see and it gives us joy. It gives us light also. Having seen that, will somebody like to see moon painted on a wall? When we see the real moon. So that becomes the life of the Brahmajna. Asat padartha anubhave na kinchit na yasti truptir na cha dukkha hani tadadvayananda rasa anubhutya trupta sukham tishta sadatma nishtaya. So now your life is blessed. You stay like that only by the experience of unreal objects. You will neither feel satisfied nor your dukkha will go. So you are experiencing now the unbroken, one without a second bliss. You are eternally satisfied. Remain like that always. Remain like that always. So now your future, one more shloka we are reading. Swameva sarvatha pashyan manyamana swamadvayam swanandam anavunjana kalam naya mahamate. So, Jivan Mukta Lakshana we have seen. Now the Shishya has become Jivan Mukta. So Guru says that like that you stay now. You will see yourself always. You will find yourself to be one without a second. And you will always experience the bliss which is your real nature. In this way, oh man of great wisdom, let the time be spent like that. So, little early we stop today because lot of shlokas were read. 32 shlokas of the experience of the Shishya, and beyond that we are at 4 more shlokas. So I think not more than 3 more days we come to the end of Vivek Chudamani. Om Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta Gocharam Tamagocharam Govindam Paramanandam Sadgurum Pranatosmyam Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.